Hello everyone, I am Tassa and welcome to the Gems of War, Campaign 5, Week 3, Day 3, and also our second to last stream of the week, or until a while. But yeah, today we got the Glacial Peaks pet, the little Yeti. Mostly going to be doing some token farming and hopefully finishing out Ward event. I think we still have a little bit to still do afterwards, but by Thursday it'll definitely be done. Because we're pretty much already there, pretty straightforward Ward event. You can basically just do rarity order. At this point, we can literally just keep spamming the exact same location because whatever appears there is going to be just the most optimal thing to take. So basically, it just comes down to luck on whatever appears here at this point. Just basically don't do Draconian Rogue, keep clicking the same spot, and just hope you get lucky. It's pretty much the strategy for the Ward event once it gets to that point. And Isabel has carried us to victory once again as far as getting it done nice and early, which is great because we won't be around. But yeah, we're leaving tomorrow night. Gonna miss all of you. But we'll be back on the 20th. So it's our second to last stream then. Oh, technically third to last stream because we're doing Fall Guys at noon tomorrow. So second to last Gems of War stream, third to last stream. But anyways, guys, hope you all been having a wonderful week so far. Let's start off with, I guess the Yeti. We'll clear out the Yeti. So Yeti, it's a pet that's been around for a while. However, if you haven't gotten the pet max yet, it does end up giving a Glacial Peak for the itty bitty Yeti. This can obviously help with quite a few things related to this week, because not only does it help for the Thursday class event, because you're restricted to Glacial Peak phase, but it also helps with the Ward events, where it's specifically just phase that are specifically blue, which obviously Glacial Peak has quite a few of. So in both instances, it ends up helping. It is also a Kingdom pet, so that means it does give double the bonus, one for the normal troop bonus, and a second one for how leveled you have the Kingdom. So basically it gives double the effect, as well as every other dungeon pet within the game. But anyways, guys. Hello, Warren! Hello, actually, let me do it in order. Let's see. Oh, no, Warren actually was first. Hello, Warren! Hello, Isabel! Hello, Bill! Saying first as the third person. You're always first, though. You're first in our hearts. Hello, Easy Breezy. Hello, Mr. Jesse. And hello, rednaZ. Welcome, welcome. I won't be gone for too long. And after everything with E3, we'll know a couple things, probably. As far as some scheduling for other games that we'll be doing. I'm very curious to see what gets announced this year. Should be a pretty big E3. But time will tell. Mostly because of all the delay from the pandemic. Has made a lot of companies, or a lot of games kind of delayed for quite a bit. But now that things are starting to wrap up, production can start getting back to normal on them. Which should make for a lot of releases this year, or next year. Bill is always first, even if you're not first. You have claimed the first position. 1 HP. Gosh, this is a very annoying location too, where they revive like crazy. So luckily it did not yet. Which I'm actually rather surprised. Normally by now you would have seen Inferno King revive like 5 times. So I shouldn't jinx it yet. We're not through yet. It only takes 1 to start chaining forever. Seemingly forever. So I should have taken that purple first. Also, if that thing gets... Oh, good, it cleansed. I was going to say, if that thing gets Lycanthropy, that'd be so annoying. In that particular instance, I think the cleanse chance was actually lower than the Lycanthropy if we actually landed to the cleanse chance. Which is rather surprising. But then again, maybe it was 20% cleanse and 15% convert. Because it has the 1-turn delay, the cleanse can still occur on the 1-turn delay turn. And it also builds up during that turn as well. Also, please give us the win condition. I just need like a poke. There we go. Hey, no revive. We're getting really lucky. Hello, Eric. You're also first. Everyone's first. What do we go for? There's an extra turn there, so let's go for that. Get our last little bit of mana. How badly I want to cast that. I think I am actually just going to go for that. Oh no, a revive. Though it wasn't an Inferno King at least. It was not a Inferno King revive. It was still a revive. At least that thing can only revive once, unlike Inferno King that can go as many times as it feels like it. How many Yetis did we get? Though it doesn't really matter. 2 copies. We got a lot of jewels though. 152. Did we have to spend jewels this week? Though I chose not to. I think we had to spend like 50 blue jewels. Well, there they are. Oh, so they're still running these. No need to really get this one though. As you can see, all these are already owned. You can literally get these emojis for like 50 gems. Like it's super cheap if you just go into the thing. I'm not sure why they haven't started adding new ones or why they even redo these old ones. It just seems kind of weird given that you can literally get these 3 for 50 gems. It's just weird that they don't put something else in there to make it a little bit more enticing. Like put a literal summer imp in there or something to make it slightly more enticing. It just seems kind of weird because you can literally get those 3 for 50 gems. Or actually, that's not true. That's 50 gems, that's 20 gems, and that's 25 gems. So 95 gems. Yeah, that's 3 different things. Still, that's basically 0 gems. 95 gems is basically 0 gems. Speaking of that, hello, 25 gems, as well as another 20. That's half that many gems right there. That's 45 out of the 95 you need to go get them without spending any money. Yeah, we almost have 3,000 gems for the weekend. I'm going to be power grinding it. Unfortunately, not on stream, but I will be mass buying it. So hopefully we have a 3-room win, which will make it quite a bit quicker. But yeah, hopefully that won't be too annoying. Should be pretty straightforward though. It's a red purple restriction as well this weekend, which does allow us to use Tesla. The good old Tesla. That should make things pretty easy. Oh, hello, Cookie! Hello, Sushi Ninja! Welcome, welcome. They removed your mask mandate at work? Nice. Oh no, I would like to have the option. Like, being forced to have to wear it for work would get kind of tiring over time. Especially if you're already vaccinated. Like, I haven't needed to wear a mask for anything for a couple weeks now. And obviously I don't need it for work. I don't want to go out for it. For like grocery shopping, banking, stuff like that. I will need to wear it when I go to airport though. Still required for airports and everything, which makes sense. Honestly, going forward, I'm probably just going to always wear a mask on airports, even years from now. I got way too sick last time to not wear it every single time I go to an international airport. It's too many things. But if nothing else, the high amount of masks has made like every other thing go down. Like the flu and everything else. Because all the other normal things don't get spread as much, which is kind of nice. I honestly wouldn't mind like masks being like required always when out and about. It would get a little bit annoying, but like having just an average amount of more people wearing masks would actually be kind of useful to help spread less disease. Not specifically the virus, but you know, everything else that there is as well. Not like that's the only thing that exists. And we'll clear out dungeons. What's up, Logic Slayer? Welcome, welcome. The Elamagrim. I remember when Elamagrim was meta. It's not horrible, it's just so hard to try to use in a viable team. The biggest issue with it is parts of the AoE thing as well. It's countered too easily. And you already need to waste a troop slot just to have the burn. But you can normally do Infernus with it, which isn't too bad. So all my offers are horrible today. I really wish there was more not useless offers. There are so many offers that are just so horrifically bad value. Like every single one that has any amount of jewels in them are all useless relative to how many they give. You might as well just buy the 50 dungeon thing every single day, the 50 gem dungeon thing. So those are pointless. Most of these medals are pointless. The only two that seem somewhat okay is Guard whenever it's on a discount, and which even that I haven't been getting, and an Anu, just because of how long it takes to farm an Anu. theoretically, all the deed ones on a discount could theoretically be worth it, though the amount of that are needed for Imperial or you know, for a deed book, I tend to not go for. The only main things I tend to go for are the pets, writs, and Imperial deeds. And the writs obviously go towards Imperial deeds, even though they cost like twice as much, but Imperials are so rare that's still worth doing just for it. Anyways, cleared out that. Let's go do a ward event. And then we can do some token grinding. This might actually be the last of the ward event we even need to do, because the guild might be done by tomorrow night. Since we're pretty much already there. Grab our 2 orbs right here. Please don't be orange. Well, they're not orange. They're the other orange, though. Greens. Though they weren't orange. I'll take it. They indeed were not orange. We can't win off of this, so let's do that. Actually, I haven't even bothered casting that a single time this entire time. I've mostly been using it for its Fairy Fire and Entangle. I think that might be the first time I actually bothered casting it. I can't recall if I've ever passed on an Imperial. I've passed on quite a few Writ offers in the past, but then I was like, gosh, Imperials are so rare though, I might as well just go for these as well, even though it's twice the price. I don't think I've ever passed on Imperial, and if I ever did, it was a very small amount of Imperials. But now I definitely do all of them for sure. Imperial is like the one thing you want to guarantee make sure you get every single time, at least in the current state of the game. There might be changes to the amount of Imperials brought into the game where it might not be as important to go for. But even then, they're probably so important that it's still worth it. It really depends if Imperials start coming in quicker than deed books. Like the ratio of how many come into the game. Because right now the main thing that is missing is Imperials. But eventually if we start getting so many more Imperials, the deed books might be the limiting factor, not the Imperials. Though we would need a lot of Imperials to come into the game for that to be the case. But some future game mode might do it. I'm curious to see what this new gnome thing that they're doing next patch will end up doing. It's kind of funny because they're adding a game mode for Puzzle Quest 3 and Gems of War around the same time. Puzzle Quest 3 is getting theirs, I believe, next week. Well, I'm gone, unfortunately. But next week, most likely. And Gems of War is beta testing it next week. However, I don't think it's actually getting it till, like, July. But they're starting to beta test for it, if nothing else. It's something related to gnomes. I'm not even sure if it's necessarily a game mode. The way they were describing it sounds kind of like a game mode, though. I'll have to wait and see. I hope it's an infinite farming game mode. It would give something to do other than explore each day. Of course, there are other things for people who haven't finished it, like leveling hero classes, dungeons, delves, or not dungeons, but I mean delves, and stuff like that. But we don't need to do delves anymore. We already maxed every hero class, which basically just leaves us with explore, or arena if we really wanted to, but no thanks. Unless the game tells us we have to do arena, we're basically not touching it, unless they like really buff the loot. So they did an arena patch and still didn't really buff the loot properly. Doesn't really make much sense. Oh, they might still revisit the arena to change it more. I still wish they would change the arena event, if nothing else. I still can't believe how bad the payout is for it. At least it's free. You don't have to spend anything towards it, but the payout is so ridiculously bad compared to Vault event and other free events, like doing Bounty Hunter for free or something like that. This gives so much better value than an arena event. Hello, Joe! Welcome! Yeah, I've been doing pretty good today. Just finishing up a bunch of... Oh yeah, we don't have any battles left, do we? Just finishing up a bunch of stuff before we go. That reminds me, I still need to make the thumbnail for the Monday video, so I could bring it with me when I go on my trip, because I actually don't have my thumbnail editing program when I'm on my trip. I have one that could theoretically do it, but it doesn't have like the same layout and everything. It'd be really annoying to do. So I just make the thumbnail ahead of time and just hope I randomly guess what resource is correct. Because I always put the resource in the middle of like whatever the week is. Like this week I put a glory thing there, and next week we'll have to guess what on earth it is, which we can kind of do because they generally don't repeat the same one in a row, so we know next week isn't glory. And then you can kind of determine, especially when it's glory right now, what if it's going to be like gold or souls. Though it can also be the trait stone one occasionally. So we kind of just have to guess and hope we guess correctly. Actually, I could probably guess correctly based on what it is right now. Let me see. If we go check the troop next week, Let's see. Can we guess correctly what it will be? We'll find out if the thumbnail's correct on Monday. Let's see. Because I'll have no way to change it while I'm there. So whatever I put it as is what it has to be. I can always change it after when I get back. That's at that point it won't really even matter. Let's see. Let's see. What is the troop? That's not it. Oh, we will be going over these once again tomorrow night. But we've already gone over it so many times I'm not doing it today. Okay, it's Adana. It's going to be gold. It's either going to be gold or Tradestone. I'm pretty sure it's going to be gold. Calling it now. Let's see. What does the troop do first? Let's see. Gain magic +1 armor to the first 2 allies. Then explode 2 gems. 1 more for each ally. An enemy mech. Such a weird troop. Interesting. It gains 3 armor per extra turn, though. I think that's the first time we've ever seen true troops with the same effect. Kind of weird. Also, it's a little bit weird that the stronger one is further down. Wouldn't it make more sense to have Repair as the second trait and then Invention as the third? It doesn't even make any sense. This whole troop just seems weird. But this like has pretty good troop art. But, everything about it seems weird otherwise. I think that would be gold, though. I'm gonna guess gold and hope it's correct. Oh no, my drink fell. Luckily it's closed. But yeah, I'm gonna guess gold. Also because it's Adana. If Adana doesn't get glory, it seems like it would get gold. Anyways, let's do some token grinding. That's not the setup we need for it though. There we go. To the Golvania. And the main reason we do it for Golvania, if any of you ever are wondering, is mostly because it has no immune to burn. Even though Zugoff can directly target the things that have immune to burn, it's just more convenient for none of them to have it. And just places like that. It's salty with orange here. Pretty close. Also, is she even streaming tonight? I mean, she would have done no streams this week if she doesn't do it tonight. Does anyone know for sure? I wish she would stream the new dungeon so we would know if it has 3 rooms or 4 rooms. I really hope it's 3 rooms. Because we basically have to do 48 more battles if it's 4 rooms. Which with a lot of potions isn't too big a deal, but that's still a lot of time. Have I ranked all the hero classes? Yes, we've gotten every single hero class of 100. It takes forever, but we have gotten it done. Yeah, it takes a very long time. It's one of the longest grinds in this game that are realistically obtainable. But yeah, it is very time consuming. Though you do get a lot of it done passively over time, just by using different hero classes. But on average, even with optimal methods, it takes about 28 hours per hero class. Even slower if not doing optimal methods. But you get quite a bit of it passively, so it's not as bad. Hey, 1,000 glory. Speaking about things that aren't bad. That is very good. Hello, Imperial! Welcome! Also, we'll hand out our first redeem code when we get an Anu or an Isha tonight. I think we'll do it based on that. We'll be farming long enough that we should be able to get one or the other, hopefully. Also, tomorrow night we'll be handing out 2 codes. This will be our last stream. Our last stream leaving and our first stream coming back, we'll be doing 2 codes. That's tomorrow night and then the 20th when we get back that night. We'll hand out 2 codes for both. Since we won't be around the rest of the time. Have you made a list from top to bottom on hero classes? Oh yeah, I haven't done that yet. If I have time later tomorrow, I might try recording that so we can schedule it for some time while I'm gone. That'd be nice for the final video before we go. The only problem is there's so much stuff to go over doing a video like that. Because ideally we'd want to have a team for all 34. It's a lot of teams. We could just exclude the team part and just go over to hero classes. But then everyone's gonna ask for teams. Let's see, we'll throw that down. Some of them are pretty obvious, though. Like, obviously, if you're going to do an Orb Weaver team, you're going to be doing it with Arachnine Weaver Life and Death. Like, that's so ridiculously common. But others aren't as obvious. Like Frost Mage. Frost Mage tends to be one of those ones that you just plop into a team, though. You don't necessarily build a team around it, necessarily. We could break the class video in parts. Probably. It's going to be a very long video regardless. Like, if we just did a tier list video, it'd be like an hour to an hour and a half video. Because if we did 2 minutes per hero class, it would be over an hour long. Also, I'm not sure if a single hero class is even S tier in the current state of the game. They're all viable in their own way. I'm not sure any of them are actually S tier. Hey, Anu! Well, that was quick. I did say we'd hand out a code on the first Anu Initia. That was very quick. Well, let's go hand it out. Oh yeah, I don't have the code section open. Slayer, 70 or 100? You can't really use Slayer until it's 100, so probably 100. The whole reason for using Slayer is triple damage burning with Enrage. But you need level 100 for triple damage burning. So you definitely want to get it to 100. Because it's basically useless on anything that's not 100. Pretty much every triple damage burning hero class in the game is useless until it's 100. With a few exceptions. Like Dragon Guard can theoretically be used depending on what your team is without having 100. So you definitely want at least 70 for it. But generally speaking, literally every hero class with triple damage burning does not become usable until it has triple damage burning. Because that's the main gimmick of really bothering to use them in the first place, for the most part. But there you guys go. There's the redeem code used on gemsofwar.com for the game code section. Your invite code can be found underneath the settings menu, whatever your game says on the bottom left corner right over there. Redeem code is right over there in chat. It's copy paste of random numbers and letters started with FM. And it gives the same reward as always. True treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. Enjoy, everyone. And only usable on the PC mobile version of the game, of course. But there you guys go. And we'll have 2 of them tomorrow night for our final stream. Alright, let's keep grinding. Get the last little bit of grinding we can really get in. And then hopefully 5.6 will be out soon after we get back. Though probably not. It seems like it's going to be like mid-July. It's going to take them a while to beta test. Also, I'm not even sure if they've closed the beta test openings yet. You might still be able to get access to it if you want to go check on the forum. You have to like email their email thingy. It's on the forum to post on it. I'm just going to go see if it's still up. Bring it up on screen right now. I'm not bothering to sign up because I'm pretty sure it's taking place at least partially while I'm gone. Also, I haven't bothered participating in any of them for at least a year now. But let me double check. Should be under official news. Let's see if they closed it yet. Or 5.6 beta. They haven't closed it yet. But yeah, if you still want to sign up, you have to answer all these questions and send it to that email. But search for 5.6 beta program on the Gems of War forum, and you should be able to find it. And then you just do all the directions, and you can get in. But yeah, they're doing it through the email this time, or at least to get into it for sending it in. So, given that this thread isn't locked yet, I assume they're still looking for people then, which means they also probably haven't started beta testing yet. If that's the case, but they will very soon. for next patch. Hello, Bushka! Welcome. Please, no. It took away the last reds. It went from 16 to 13 to somehow to 12. How did it even go down to 12 specifically? Because we need 13 to get extra automatic extra turn off it. Which obviously we did not get, unfortunately, because it went from 12 or 13 to 12. How did that even happen? I guess the Doomskull got exploded? And then it hit a red? It's like the only way that it could have happened. Only one red got removed. After 3 were removed. Because obviously 3 was 3 reds. But the one had to have been a Doomskull then. Finally finished Mirrored Halls on 500. Nice, congrats. Yeah, some of the battles can take for a long time in pure factions. Some of them can be really annoying. Especially when they have resummon. Well, resummon is more beneficial to the player as far as winning. It can still take forever because it just becomes a resummoning war. And while you have the advantage because theirs keeps coming in weaker and yours still keeps coming in at the same strength, it still takes forever. If anyone has any questions, anything you want me to go over, do let me know. Since this is our second to last stream for a while. And then tomorrow night will be our last one. I'll also be doing Fall Guys rounding tomorrow. So obviously that's not Gems of War, but here we get one more midday stream in before we go. Also, they really delayed their next season. Gems of War and Fall Guys basically had their seasons coinciding with each other. But they delayed Season 5 so long for Fall Guys that it's going to be like midway through the season in Gems of War. So no longer will the seasons be aligned, unfortunately. That's pretty convenient before. Because it's basically the same season for both always. They delayed their season by like 2 months, which is pretty insane. Long duration. Hey, we got Arania there. Hopefully that means big features coming. Let's see, take that over, take that over. Did you ever do anything with the Gems of War trading cards? They accumulate in Steam. Yeah, if you keep buying stuff in the game, you keep getting trading cards. I used to do a lot of trading on Steam back in the day. Actually made quite a bit off it too. It was how I was able to pay for games for a couple years, basically for free. But I did a lot in college while I was doing flea marketing stuff. Because it's nice having a digital inventory, not having to worry about the physical stuff. Because that gets pretty tiring, how much you have to worry about it. And keeping track of it all, and making sure people don't steal it from your table. But, no, I haven't really been bothering with it lately. Though I have already maxed out the thing for it. I think you can scrap them now as well to get trading cards for other games, if you're already maxed it out for Gems of War. Which is a feature they added, I believe, 2 years ago? Something like that. They haven't really interacted with most Steam features for the last few years. I still play games on Steam, but as far as all the features they have with their shops and stuff, I haven't really been bothering. And most sales I haven't been either. Just because I tend to overbuy during those sales, so it's like, nah. Let's not. I still have at least like 300 games in my Steam library I have not played. One of those is going to be Hollow Knight when we finally get around to it. That's a very long list. Many of which we probably will never get around to ever on the channel. Some of them we might though. Like Hollow Knight for sure, at some point. Before Silk Song comes out. What's in the chests? That is nothing good. I think we're only getting one good chest this stream. Oh, well, at least one other good one. Gotta get a little bit more than just an Anu. Why did I level most of the factions to 200? Because we could. That's pretty much why. No specific reason. We just had the treasure, so I was like, oh, let's do it. Back then we were doing them a lot more as daily, so we had the extra spares. Now I level them to about 155 if I bother leveling them. Well, obviously you gotta get them at least to 100, obviously. But normally we aim for 155 instead of 200 these days. Usually gives that extra double magic then. Which is pretty useful. I could have won with Skull. Whoops. I already had the win condition. Oh, there we go. That works. Well, hello, mushy peas. Welcome. We can get our purple there and be good to go. Actually, we get really lucky. We just chain right here. Boom, boom, boom. Dead. Oh. Now dead. You can see myself excusing myself early to go do the faction. Honestly, I could probably get it done during the time I'm waiting for the plane. Because I normally like to get to the airport like 2 hours early. Just to make sure I'm never late. I'm always paranoid about that. I have never once missed a flight, and I don't intend to ever have that happen. I've had flights miss me by being ultra late, and it just got delayed by multiple hours. But I've never specifically missed a flight. Which hopefully will never happen, because that'd be very annoying. But, yeah, I'll have at least like 2 hours at the airport to do it. And if it's only a 3-room win, I could probably get it done just in the duration I'm waiting for the plane. If it's a 4-room, probably not. Stream from the airport? No. Oh, I could never do it while I'm on the plane. I get motion sickness way too easily when I'm looking at something while moving. I normally just sleep on the plane until I get there. It allows you to teleport. Oh, nothing good. Actually, the chests are just getting worse. Defiant. No, I can never eat free cookies because of my nut allergy. You never know what's in them. Though honestly, that keeps me from overeating if nothing else. Because I can never eat random baked goods because you never know if it has nuts in it. So I can never be tempted by random baked goods. Because I never know if I'm allergic or not. Which helps prevent me from eating a lot of stuff that I might be tempted to do so. Oh, don't multi-hit me. What are you doing? Also, my eyes don't want to function. Hate when they do this. It's because the AC just turned on. My eyes are so weird to temperature changes. Like any amount of temperature shift. And they're like, nope. Like any sudden temperature change always gets them. Very thermal sensitive, or I have no clue why. Is Salty streaming tonight? No one answered that earlier. I assume no. I have no clue. I wish she would go over the dungeon for like 1 minute so we can know if it's a 3-room or a 4-room. There's no way it's a 5-room though. It looks too short of a pathway to be 5. Some lucky cascades. Definitely what you want to see. See if Lycanthropy actually does anything. Oh no, it hit on something that has immune. I forgot, doesn't almost everything here have immune to Lycanthropy? Because everything with Undying has immune. And this whole kingdom's pretty much Undying. Which is actually somewhat convenient, because that means they can't unburn. Because if they were to transform into a random beast, they would unburn themselves. Meaning Golvania is even better for doing this than ever. Because basically everything has immune to Lycanthropy here. Which is actually a good thing, so they don't unburn themselves. I didn't think about that, but it's actually a nice little addition, isn't it? Since nearly the entire kingdom has immune to it, so you don't have to worry about it. You still have to worry about it if you get infected with it. You don't have to worry about the enemy getting affected. Oh, apparently some of them still do though. Not all of them have immune, just the undead ones. Which is most of the kingdom. It's like 3/4 the kingdom. 3/4 is not all. Hey, 13 red. Perfect timing. Did the inverse of before where we went from 13 to 12. Now we go from 12 to 13. Probably should have Flamerford. Could have killed a turn earlier. Because that was a good enough board that we would have likely landed. There's like barely any green to explode in the first place. Oh, I was feeling a skull off the sky. Didn't do it though. Oh, and he unburned himself. Awful. Fine, I'll Zoog off you. Nisha, go. Yeah, Rainia. Oh, double Rainia. It's not bad. It's not an Nisha though. I just want another Anu if nothing else. I guess we got one of them already. We'll probably keep with tradition and it'll be in the very last chest we get from the stream. Though we haven't been doing that as often lately. It felt like for the longest time we were getting pretty lucky with it. Lately it hasn't been. Probably because we already claimed it today. clicks to only give us one per day. Unless we get lucky. Oh, I could have won with Skull. Whoops. Keep missing those extra free turn skulls. The ones that auto win you the battle. Oh, I was like taking it as if there were still things left to kill. Apparently they're all dead. Everybody are dead. Also, did you guys download that new Windows update that happened the other day? It shows the weather now on the thingy. I wonder if there's a way to disable that, because that takes up so much room. It's kind of weird because it's actually smaller on my other computer and I have no clue why. It's a lot bigger on my computer I'm currently using. Also, what's kind of weird is the icon for both of them is different. And they also both have different temperatures, yet they're both doing it for the same location. Which doesn't make any sense. I need to look into it later. Windows always feels like YouTube in the sense that it does some of the weirdest updates sometimes. And so hard to figure out like what on earth even happens sometimes as well, especially on YouTube. Right click on taskbar and deselect it. I don't see a deselect option. I see deselect options for some things, but none of them show the exact thingy. I'll look into it later. It's not too big a deal though. I had to double check for the extra turn skull. Sometimes it's there. Right click. News and interests. Show icon and text. Oh, okay. Wait, deselecting it didn't do anything? Wait, what? Oh, turn off. Aha! Oh, cool. Yeah, that's how you turn it off. Interesting. I'll turn it back on. I wonder if it auto-tracks your location. Because I'm curious if it changes when I move to a different location. If it'll auto-adjust. I would assume it would. Because what technology isn't always tracking you these days? I still don't understand how both of them are doing the exact same location, yet both of them have a different thing. One says it's 80 degrees, the other says it's 77. Which doesn't make any sense. Because they're both tracking the exact same location. I'll take that. My weather icon currently shows a moon crescent with a cloud. So I guess nighttime slightly cloudy. Doesn't really say much though. And obviously the temperature. One is closer to the air conditioner. They're both like the same distance. If anything, the computer I'm using right now is closer to the air conditioner. Oh, I guess that's why it might be lower. Okay. I assumed it would be from some other external source, not the nearby temperature of the thing. Because I'm pretty sure the temperature inside this house is around 73. I would assume it would track the outside temperature through whatever the weather services currently are saying, which are always inaccurate anyways. Not completely inaccurate, but you know, they can only be so correct. Double Yasmin. We don't have a Cascade there, do we? I'm gonna try for right off the sky. Didn't get it though. Not doing good on sky gems today, but you gotta try for them. Never know when you get them. Especially in Guild Wars. Like, if there's no negative consequence for going for a sky gem, you might as well go for a sky gem.
Mana surge. Mana surge. Mana surge. Mana surge.
Oh, so I wonder if I finished out my seals yet this week. We should probably make sure we do that. But then again, we're going to be doing so many battles for the faction, I'm probably going to get it done automatically just through that. Dude, it's going to be a lot of battles. Even if it's only 3 room, that's 48 times 3, which is 144. And that's if it's a 3 room. That's a lot of battles, which should give us all the rest of our seals if we didn't already have them. And that's assuming it's only 3 room. It's going to be even more than that if it's 4 room. And very doubtful, but if it's 5, it'd be even more. Pretty sure it's 3 or 4 though. Let's go check the seals. Oh, they're already done. They are already done. Nice, and we already donated our gold. We've done everything we need to do. We could literally just stop playing other than the faction. If we truly wanted to. Let's keep grinding. Because that's basically every weekly. But the only thing not done being the weekend event. That's a lot of skull damage. It was still our turn too, we still had another poke. Nothing good. Very unfortunate. Always gotta make sure to get rid of those boss slayers. Don't want them killing the Zugoff. Because if they even touch the Zugoff, it will die. It does 5 times damage. Oh, he definitely marked my Leprechaun. Doesn't actually matter if Leprechaun dies though. For prefer it not to, though. Let me cast. There we go. Quickly just follow up skulls everywhere on the board. If you do a class list, you could leave off teams, just discuss the... That's what I was originally going to do, most likely. I think we'll still try to get it recorded before then. Include no teams and just go over the classes. And just put it into one of the already made tier lists. Because luckily that isn't a tier list I would have to make, because I believe people have already made it. Also tier list we have to make ourselves, but that is one that is already completed with all 34 of the ones that exist right now. So we can use an already existing one, which saves quite a bit of time. Because then we don't need to pull all the assets and make the list and go from there. It's already made. Rain, yeah. Let's go for one more chest, which requires 2 more cycles. Because we're not going to have enough shards this cycle. But I'm sure there's a consistent way to get 100 shards. It's always so annoying not getting a chest at the end. Just want a chest every single time. Even with 10% you don't have enough. Even 10% with 20% chasing you don't have enough. It's like 90 something, but it's not 100. Oh no, I left the boss slayer for last. You know what that means? It's gonna kill us. Like we got through. Yeah, we got a useless amount of jewels from the jewel gnome. What's new? Now both the computers say the correct temperature. Or as I should say, the same temperature. I guess the other one's just delayed. The slow computers are slow at updating. I'm not surprised. That computer is always going to be my thumbnail making computer, though, because there's all the or most of the ssaszix programs on it for Photoshop. It was the last versions of them ever made that weren't in a subscription service that you would have to keep paying for over and over and over again every month. A little pricey to get initially, but at least you don't have to pay every single month. And at this point, I've already made money off it, you know, in the sense that if we would have paid for the monthly thing, it would have been more expensive if I would have done it this entire time to pay for the monthly thing than it would have been to just buy it. So we saved money, even though it was a high upfront expense. Because I've been using them since the end of high school, which would have been by now 7 years. I don't even want to know what their 7-year plan is these days. Let's see, how much does let's just say just Photoshop. How much does Photoshop cost for 7 years these days? Let's see. Let's see, all apps for that much. How much is for this for... Does it not have a yearly? So why is there 2 different ones for Photoshop? Does it have some kind of other limit on it? I'm confused. Too many pricings. I'm pretty sure this is the correct one. So let's just do it based on this. So 21 a month times calculator, go. I'm pretty sure they have a slight discount for if you did it for that long, but well, we're just gonna do it based on that. $21 a month times, let's also assume no tax, times 12. So that's $252 a year, though I'm pretty sure it's a little bit cheaper if you did a yearly thing. And then you times that by 7. That would have been $1,764 just for Photoshop within that time. I'm pretty sure you could have gotten some deals, and the yearly thing's a bit cheaper, but still. And I was able to get almost like every single program for like $1,000 way back, including Photoshop, of course. The CS6 version, though, not the most recent versions, but they still do most of what you would need, unless you're doing some really advanced stuff. For my purposes, it does what it needs to do. Yeah, that's pricey. Alright, let's go get our final chests. Let's see. Hey, how is your art classes going, Isabel? I eventually need to learn how to draw above a first grade level. Just for the sake of knowing how to. Let's see, I'll take that over. Honestly, in the first grade, I probably drew better than I draw now. If that's even possible. Okay, final chest time. Alright, what do we get? An Anu? Nope. Double Arania again, though. That's our second double Arania to stream. I guess that's kind of like an Anu. Not exactly, though. Not quite. Another 20. Gosh, tribute is so high these days. Still impresses me that it keeps doing like 20 something every single time. There's just so many gems. Hope they don't ever nerf it. I really hope they never do. It allows us to do all these things for free and still have excess. But anyways, guys, we're going to be heading out for now. We will be back tomorrow, same time as always, 1 hour prior to now tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It will be our very last stream for about 10 days. After tomorrow, our next stream after that will be the 20th, so quite a gap. We'll be leaving on Friday, so we probably won't be having anything going up most of that time. The only thing we'll probably be able to record while we're there is the Monday video. And we might try getting one guide video out. We'll see if we do the class thing. No promises. But if I have time to record it between now and then, which I'm not sure because I have a lot of things I still need to wrap up tomorrow. Plus, we're doing that one stream before we go. Well, technically 2 streams, the Fall Guys one, then the other one. But if we could fit it in there, we'll try to get it pre-recorded and then get it up at some point. But if not, it won't be too big a deal. We'll try to at least get the Monday video up while we're there, if nothing else. Since that's always tradition to do those Monday videos. And we'll go from there. But anyways, guys, I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your week. Tomorrow, 1 hour prior to now, will be our last stream for a while, and we'll go from there. Anyways, guys, enjoy your week, enjoy your weekend once it gets around, and I'll catch you guys soon. Bye, everyone. Thank you so much for stopping by, as always. Greatly appreciated. Catch you later.